So in the last session, we were talking about basics of art, right? As per this particular subject. So I just want to get you aware about all the hands-ons, or at least the hands-ons for basics for art as well as for Python, right? So that's what we were trying to discuss in the last session. So what we have discussed till now about R, let me just try to show it to you. So in the last session, we started with data structures in R, right? So in which we have discussed what is the vector, what is factors, and what is list, and what is matrix. Today we will try to complete what is data frame, so that all the basic things which are required, that is data types and data structures which are required for R also, that will be over. So all those things we need to complete actually. We are done with these things. I hope everyone is clear about all those basic things, right? So maybe you will have to wait for some time. You will get this PDF once I upload the videos, right? So let's see. We talked about vector already. I will just go through this particular file, whatever we have discussed till now. We have seen some basic examples, like we have seen as dot character, is dot number, or just to check and just to convert one data type into another. Sequence we have seen, if you people remember, right? Sequence is very important. Then C, that is combined, this method is also very important to create vectors. This is what we have seen. Indexing in R, we talked about that. Assigning the values to vectors. Then we talked about factors, why factors is important, so we have seen this particular example for factors, right? And summary command gives you all these things: mean, first quartile, median, mean value, average value, third quartile, and maximum value. So even we talked about those things in box and square plot. I told you that, right? So mean is actually important. This factor is important whenever you want to find out the mode, because summary command, if you apply on vector in which you have character elements, so summary command is not going to give you mean, mode, median, all those things. It is going to give you these things, right? And that's why we make use of a mode. We make use of a something called as a factor to calculate the mode for the data which is in character format, and that's what I actually shown it to you. So we have seen this particular example of months, right? I hope everyone remembers that. There will be some questions based on that. We will try to solve them, right? So there is a summary command, there is a table command. Then after that, we talked about list. It is somewhat similar to the list in case of Python, right? So I have created three vectors A, B, and C, and then this is how you create a list A, B, C. The benefit of this one is that you can have any type of a data in a list, right? It can be a character, it can be a number. And then we talked about matrix. A simple example for matrix is I've created the vector called as student.cost, student.marks, and to create a matrix, you just need to make use of a method called as matrix. So once you use a matrix, so matrix is what? Matrix is actually a two-dimensional array. And what is vector? Vector is a one-dimensional array. Always remember there is a difference between these two. Okay? Whenever we say matrix, matrix is 2D array or two-dimensional array because there are rows and columns. And in case of vector, it's 1D array, right? So it is a sequence of elements, I can say. It's a 1D array. That's a difference between vector and matrix. So to create a matrix in case of R, this is the method which we make use of. That is matrix. So this is nothing but what? This is a vector. We are just trying to convert it into a matrix. And once it is converted into a matrix, it looks like something like this. So this is nothing but columns. This is nothing but, these are nothing but the rows. So by default, the insertion in the matrix is on the basis of rows, and that's why we make use of a method. So when we try to combine these two, right? We try to combine this and we try to create a new vector, and then we try to convert that particular vector into a matrix. So you will be able to see elements added in this fashion, because by default matrix adds the element on the basis of row. So we just need to make by row is equal to false, and in one row, or I can say in one column, there will be 10 rows only, right? And that's why you'll be able to see two columns and 10 rows like this. Okay, so matrix is the command which we make use of to convert anything into matrix. Remember that. And how to access the elements from a matrix? Row number and column number. So for example, in this case, uh, student dot matrix is the matrix which we created, and fourth row and second column. So fourth row and second column, if you look at here, so fourth row and second column. So 83 is the value. Let me check. This is the same. Yeah. See, this is 83. So as simple as that. First value is the row and second value is the column. So till this, I think we have talked about. Now we will see how to read the data from an external file like CSV file into R. Right. So what I have done is I have a file called as student.csv in my current working directory. I will try to import that particular file into R in some variable. Let's try to see that. So this is what my R studio is. Let me open a new script, new R script here. Okay, let me check what is my working directory. So to check working directory, you have a command called as getwd in R, control enter, right? So it is showing me C users user documents. So in this case, I want to fetch the data from some CSV file. Now for that I need to check whether my CSV file is present in this particular path or not. So what I will do, I will go to the folder where that CSV file is. So this is the CSV file actually I want to read into R. Let me show you the data in this CSV file. Student space marks is the name of the CSV file which you are able to see here. So in this CSV file what do we have? We have two columns. That is nothing but hours studied and test score of the student. So 20 hours studied, 40 is the score, 24 hours studied, 55 is the score, and so on. You can see there are 10 records in this particular file. Now our purpose is to go and read this file into R. How to read a CSV file, how to read the data from the external source into R. That's what we will see. So for that, what I will have to do is I will just copy this file, and first of all I will check. As I check my working directory is C users user documents. So I will go to that path and I will see whether student.marks file, student space marks file is present in this directory or not, that is documents or not, because that's my current working directory. So what I will do is I will go there and I will go into C users user and documents. That is my current working directory. So C user, and then the users is the folder. Let me check, because that's what my current working directory is. I think users, user, and documents. Documents is the folder I need to check, which is my current working directory. So this is the documents folder, and here let me check if there is a file with the name student space marks or not. If it is not, yeah, see this one. See, same file is there, student space marks. So if I open this one, we'll be able to see the same data. So our objective is to import this particular file into R. That's what we need to see, right? This is the file, R study and test score, and this is the data. 10 records are there. So yes, that file is present in my current working directory. I will go to R studio once again, and then I will just try to fire this particular command, read.csv. That's it. So what I will do is, suppose variable a is equal to read.csv. There are different commands which are available in R to read the data from different sources. It is not like that you can read the data only from CSV file. Even you can read the data from MySQL database, MongoDB database, even Hadoop-like frameworks, and different sources. Right? It can be CSV file, it can be text file, it can be JSON file, it can be any type of a file. Even HTML data also you can go and you can read. So I will show you a simple thing how to read the data from a CSV file in this case. The CSV file which I have shown you. Okay, are you people not aware about CSV, full form of CSV? Can anyone tell me full form of CSV? Sharon is asking what is CSV? CSV. Can anyone tell me what is CSV? What is your knowledge? Okay, maybe if you people are not aware about that, it is called as comma separated value. This format is very important. In real time, or even those people who will work on some projects, definitely you will come across CSV format, comma separated value. For example, I want to suppose this is a text file. Okay, I will show you how CSV file looks like. I want to store some data, so I will store name Sachin and runs 50k, Rahul 20k, Virat 30k, and so on. Or suppose I want to add one more field. Suppose maybe location Mumbai, uh, Bangalore, right? Delhi, and so on. So see, this file is separated with commas. That type of file is called as comma separated value by default. So this comma is called as what? This comma is called as separator, or we call it as delimiter. Delimiter. So by default, the separator or the delimiter in case of CSV file is always comma. That's why it is called as comma separated value. This delimiter can be any other sign. It can be a pipe, vertical line. It can be colon also. But by default, it is comma. That's why this type of file is called as comma separated value. Is it clear, Sharan? Any doubt? Have you got what is CSV file? Just let me know. Okay. And I have already shown you the CSV file in our case. So even CSV file you can store it in in your Excel format also. See, what happens is if I go here, if I try to open this particular file, now if you go to the option like maybe like file, save as, so here you will get an option to save it as a CSV file. Suppose I want to save it, I want to save another copy of that particular file, maybe here. Okay, so here if you go, now see there are different formats. Excel binary. Here somewhere you will be able to find, see, comma delimited. Are all of you able to see? CSV. This is called as CSV file. Again, in CSV there are CNT for Macintosh operating system, CSV for MS-DOS, and all these things are available. Even there is something called as CSV too. PDF is there and all those things. So our file is actually this one, comma separated value. And believe me, this is very important. You people need this. Many times we also need this in our real-time tools, right? But in Excel, data is not separated in the form of comma. So how it is CSV? That's what I am trying to tell you. In Excel, you will be able to see the data in the form of a table, right? But you can go and you can save it with CSV format. See, this Excel and this Excel. Are you able to see? This is, just try to see the icon. Sharon, your question is right. See what there is something like this here. Is there something like that here? It's a CSV file. You can see in Microsoft Excel there is an option available .csv. That's why you are able to see it in tabular form. But as it's a CSV file, that's why I see the icon is something different, and this icon is something different. Are you getting, Sharon? Even if I go and try to show you this file, let me close this. See, even if I go here, let me open this, open with, suppose notepad. Are you able to see, Sharon? Same file. See, it's a CSV file. Our study, comma, test score, then 20, comma, it's a comma separated value, right? It's a very basic format, right? Remember that. Everyone should know this. Those who are aware about it, that's good, no problem. Yeah. So let me go to the R. So what I will do here, read dot CSV, and here in double quotes or in single quotes, if let me just type starting characters of that file. I think that uppercase is there. So the name, see, I typed SP and then press tab button. So it is giving me the whole name. Why? Because I am currently in the same directory where this file actually resides. That's why. So what I will do is I will go here and I will just click on run, and let me check whether A. First of all, let me check the class of it. Class of it. Done it. Now see, always remember, whenever you are going to read a file from external source into some variable in R, the class of that variable is always a data frame. Remember that. What is data frame? That we will see. That is only the next point actually. Now let me show you how A looks like. If I go here and try to run, now see, you will be able to see all that information in R. Now we have imported whatever was there in the student-marks.csv file, whatever it was there, everything is there. All the 10 records are imported in R. Now you can go and you can apply all the operations, whatever you want on R. Suppose, now see, I press A dot tab button. Now I am able to see all the methods which I can apply on this data frame because it's a R data frame now. That's why I'm able to apply all these operations, right? So even if you want, suppose A of, let me check whether it's this first or not, 3, 4, control enter. Now A of 3, 4. So let's see how you can access. I'm just trying to access it. It is giving me null value. Let's see how to access the values from data frame. We did not discuss data frame yet, but yes, the point was that I just wanted to tell you how to import any file from how to import data from any external source in the. So that was simple example for CSV. Okay. So that's what is actually shown here. Right. Now let's go and let's try to move to the next data structure. That is the last one, and that is nothing but data frame. So what is a data frame? Again, data frame is like, it's a, what we can say, you might have learned data frame in Python also, right? Data frame is a collection of series. So one series is nothing but columns. So what we can do, how you can understand data frame here is, you can have mixed data types unlike matrix. In case of matrix, if you see, there was a the data type which was possible, it was only one, either a number or characters. But here you can have different data types. For example, let me create a vector called as student.name. So Mr. 1, Miss 2, Miss 3, Mr. 4, and so on. So this is the first column. This is the first vector. Second vector is student.earth, student.mask, and student.mail. I hope everyone is aware about combine command now. That's why I'm just trying to copy paste it here, so that it will, you will not require much time to create the data. So I'm just creating a data. I'm just creating the vector. So you can see student.name is there, then student.earth is there, and what is the remaining? Yeah, okay, let me check. So and student.marks and student.mail, whether mail or not. Now see, we have four data frames: student.name, student.earth, student.marks, and student.mail. Let me just run it. First, earth, Mars, and May. Okay, so these are our vectors. Now we created the vectors. Now what we want to do? We want to create a data frame. How to create a data frame? We use a method called as data.frame. So what am I going to do is data.frame of student.name, earth, Mars, and mail. That's it. You need to make use of a method, and then you go and assign it to some variable. So here student.data. So as simple as that. This is how we create a data frame. But always remember, data frame is going to be very, very useful, because whatever you are going to import from the external source is always going to be a data frame. Let me run this. Now if I go and if I try to show student.data and control enter, now see, you'll be able to see a data frame. This is called as data frame. In simple words, I can say data frame is simply like a table. Okay, this is what our data frame is. If I want to go and if I want to check the class of that, class of what is that, student.data, control enter. Now see, it is showing me data frame. So it's a data frame. Now let's see which are the operations which you can apply on data frame. We will try to see them one by one. So it is going to be very, very useful. Okay, summary command we already seen. Again, if you want to check that, so it is going to show the summary for all the columns. See, summary of my data frame is not data. If you go here, now it is going to show you for student.name. Now student.name, it was a column where we were having character value like Mr. 1, Mr. Miss 2, Miss 3, and so on. So you can check it. All these values, it is showing Mr. 1, Mr. 10, how many times it is repeated. Student.earth was a numerical data. That's why we are able to see minimum value, first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, and maximum value. Same is for student.mass. And again, student.mail is a categorical data, right? It's sorry, logical. It was a logical column, true or false. So five comes. So five people are male and five people are female. That is the meaning of that. True, false. It was logical, right? So this is what summary command shows you. If you want to go and if you want to apply other methods like which we have seen like mean, you can apply mean on any column. Suppose how to see all the columns. Suppose if I go here, this is what my data frame is. So data frame name, then put a dollar sign, and then you'll be able to see all the columns. So this is the way how you can access the column names in any data frame. Always remember. What I have done is I have written the name data frame name and then put the dollar sign here. And once I put the dollar sign, I am able to see all the column names which are present. So for example, I want to see student marks and control enter. Now see, I am able to see all the values, all the 10 values which are present in student marks. If I want to go and if I want to apply any operation like me, for example, on student marks, because as it's a numerical data, I can apply this particular operation on student marks, student marks. Right. So if I go here, if I run it, now this is the average of student marks. 52, right? So remember this dollar sign. Why I'm using that? Just to access the column from a data frame. A particular column from a data frame, I can make use of dollar sign. Right? So as simple as that. This is how you can access any column from your data. Right? And yes, this is what I was talking about. How to access any element from the database. So let's see, this is third row and first column. Let me check. So what is the output here? The output, it is showing me mystery. Let's see. So this is, you can say, indexing. If I go here, if I try to show you student dot data, control enter. Now this is what student dot data is, right? Now let me check third row and first column. So I should get this value. Let me see. So what I will do is I will apply indexing on this student dot data, third row, first column, control enter. Now see, I got the output as mystery. Suppose I want to access this particular value. So what is this? Seventh row, right? Seventh row and 1, 2 and 3, third column. Seventh row and third column is 61. Let's see. Student dot data, seventh row and third column. Now 60, sorry, 60, 61 it was, not 60, 61, right? You see, always remember, first is the row and then is the column. As you people might be aware about matrix operation, right? So exactly same thing. First is always the row and then the column. Okay. So this is what is actually shown here. Reading a CSV file, we already talked about that. And yes, once you read the CSV file and if you want to see the summary of that, that's also possible. Okay. And next thing is, see, if someone wants to learn R, there are a lot of data sets which are present in R by default. So if someone wants to see the default data sets which are available in R, you can make use of a command or a function called as, or a method called as data. So once you call this particular method, you will be able to see all the ready-made data sets which are available in R. Now why? Why one should know this particular thing? Because whenever we want to learn something, we are going to need data, right? So that's why R has provided ready-made data sets for practice. If someone wants to see all those data sets, you can make it of this particular data. So what I will do is I will try to show you this particular thing here, data. Just a minute. Okay, so yes, guys, I was talking about this one, data. So see, if you want to see all the ready-made data sets which are available, just go here and run this. You will be able to see the list of the data sets. See, these are the data sets which are available in R on which you can work, right? So whenever, suppose if someone wants to try out some use case, you can make use of all these data sets. There are a lot of data sets which are available in R. Suppose, for example, there is a data set called as air passengers. What is this? Monthly airline passenger number from the year 1949 to 1960. So this is the data of near about 20 years, right? Near about 20, sorry, 11 years, 10, 11 years, right? So you can check. This is the data of monthly airline passenger numbers. So suppose if I want to show this particular data set, what is there in that data set? So here what I will do is I will try to type air passengers. Now see, I don't have to type any the complete name because as it's a ready-made, that's why as and when I typed uppercase A and then I and then R, I'm able to see this. Now see, this is the data set of air passengers from the year 1949 till 1960, right? So in 19, what is the meaning of this? In 1949, in January month, 112 passengers traveled with aeroplane. Okay, in Feb 118, in March 132, and so on. Similarly, all these years and the respective months. So this is the data which is ready-made available in R. There is one more data set which we will use later on, that is chick weight. This is the weight versus age of chicks on different diets. Okay, and yes, again there is a data of some Nile river which is available. So suppose if I want to show you this particular data set, you just need to go here and type the name of the data set. See, this is the data set, and then just press enter. You will be able to see this particular data set. So again, this we are going to need when we will learn about visualization with R. Definitely we can make use of this particular data set. Okay, so that is one thing. And now let me see. This is where I am. Our data sets. Let me close this. Now I am in the same R script. Okay. So I hope you people will remember this particular command. It's called as data, which is going to be helpful to know which data sets are by default available in case of R. Okay. So that is the thing. Yes, this is what I have shown. And head command, I hope you remember head command by default. By default, head command shows you first 6 rows in R, right? And all these commands will also. Suppose let me show it to you. See, if I go here, if I try to make use of this particular data, check and if I put a dollar sign here, now see I am able to see all the column names, right? Suppose weight if I make use of, so I can go and I can run this. I will be able to see the values in the weight column. If I want to go and if I want to apply some operation here, I can go and I can apply. So this is like for practice. All these data sets are available for practice. So this is the average weight of chicks, right? And similarly, you can apply other operations like shown in a particular data set in a particular period. The summary of suppose if I go and if I try to apply air passengers, summary on air passengers, here go here, I can find out what is the minimum number of passengers, first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, and maximum. Whatever the methods which we have learned till now, all those methods we can apply on all these data sets which are by default available in R. So I hope till this point everyone is clear. Whatever I talked till now, everything is given in this particular document, right? So what I will do, I will try to upload all the videos in this week, maybe till Monday, so that you people will go and you people will try to revise that, right? As I told you, there will be one exam which we are going to conduct, or maybe a task or a test. You'll be getting the questions from this one, right? So I will again repeat, as I already told you, make sure that everyone goes through this document once you get it. Definitely, I will give enough time. Don't worry about it. Okay. So these are the things which I wanted to talk about. Now, let me show you what else is remaining in this R. So this was the fourth section in R actually. Now, if I go, there is a separate section for data visualization. It will not take much of time. We will finish this, and then we will go and we will try to start with the remaining topics from your syllabus. Okay. Now see, talking about data visualization in case of R, as we already started with R, so let me just finish this particular thing. We will discuss three main types of plots: scatter plot, histogram, and box plot. Box plot, I told you many times. Box plot. Here I will show you how box plot looks like. Let me show you a simple example. See, and we just try to go through all these things fast. A and B are the vectors, and plot is the command to plot the graph between A and B. Let me show you how it looks like and how are we going to make use of this plot window here. See, and yes, someone asked me about comments, right? Comment is given as hash in case of R, visualization, control window. This is actually a comment. See, whenever I am running it, it is not printing anything here on the terminal console. So it's a comment. Hash, with the help of hash, we do comment. Okay. So what I will do is I will show you how to plot the graph. So A is the vector, B is the vector, and plot is the command to plot the graph between A and B. If I want to show you A, obviously the value should be same. Okay, number of values should be same. So in A, how many number of elements we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And similarly in B also we should have 6 elements. So let me just run it here and let me show you B. This is what our A, this is B. And if you want to plot a graph between A and B, simple command is plot. And later on, step by step, we will go and we will see how to color the things, how to change the line to point, and all these things. How to join the lines in the graph, how to put the text on a graph. All those things are available in R. So plot and then run. Now you'll be able to see this type of a graph, this one on the right side, right? This is you are able to see because this is a plot window. This is what your graph is. If you look at that carefully, or maybe let me go and let me zoom it, right? Now you'll be able to see a graph like this. So a simple command is plot. What is this? This one, a is a variable, b is a variable. So this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and you can see if the value of a is 10, value of b is 30. If the value of a is 10, value of b is somewhat 15. So these are the points which you are able to see. This type of a plot is called as scatter plot, right? So plot command we make use of in R to plot scatter plot, as simple as that, right? Let me go and move forward. Okay, scatter plot customization. So as I told you, there are different data sets which are available in R. So there is a data set which is available in R, and that is called as New York Flights 2013. So this is a package actually. You need to install it first. How to install any package in R? So whenever you want to install a package in R, the command is install.packages. So you know, right? Pip install is the command to install package in Python. Similarly, not installed, it is install.packages. See this one. So install.packages, and in double quotes or in single quotes, you need to give the name of the package which you need to install. Suppose I want to install NYC flights. So obviously I will need to type it NYC flights 13. Let me go and run it. So obviously you should be connected to internet to install a package in your case. See, in my case it is installed. So this is the command to install a package in R. Remember this. Okay. And now once it is installed, how to import a package? So there is a command. So see, it is saying that package NYC flights 13 successfully unpacked and MD5 sums checked. Right. So here, if you want to import any package, we use a command called as library. See, always remember, you need to install a package only one time, but you need to library the package again and again, right? So if you want to make use of any package in a particular session, see, as I open this particular script, so I am in a session. As I started RStudio, so I started with a new session. So whenever you want to make use of a package in a session, you need to library that package again and again. So this package NYC flights 13, I am going to library. Library is nothing but what? Library is nothing but just go and import it. Now see, it is library. So it should not show me any error because in my case it is properly installed. Now, if you want to see what is there in NYC flights, so go here, type NYC flights, colon, and then you will be able to see all the data sets which are available in this. So airlines, airports, flights, planes, weather. Out of this, suppose I want to check about flights. So it's a very huge data set. If I want to check it, that's what I will do is I will apply head command on. Head command is going to show me by default 6 rows, right? So apply head command on this, and it should show me 6 rows by default. So first row, second row, first row, second row, third row, fifth row, fourth, fifth, and sixth. 6 rows. But how many rows are there in this data set? If I want to see that, you can check it. It's a triple of 6 by 19 because there are 6 rows and 19 columns. Why 6 rows? Because I have a head command. If I would not have a head command, and if I would have shown it to you like this, NMSC flights 13 and flights dataset, there are a lot of rows available. You can check it. How many rows are available in this dataset? So you can check 336,776 rows and 19 columns are there. And which are the columns? Year, month, day, departure time, scheduled departure time, departure delay, arrival time, scheduled arrival time, and our remaining columns are shown here. All the other columns are like this. What is the carrier? That is type of a airline, flight, tail name, origin, destination, air time, distance, and so on. Like this, there are 19 columns. So remember, I am able to make use of MSC flights 13 because I have installed that particular dataset, whatever is necessary. Okay. Now, why have I installed actually? Because we are going to need it to plot different plots. That's what we are going to see. So see, now there are 19 columns in this dataset, right? Now there is a command called as attach. What attach command is going to do? If you use attach command on any dataset, what will happen? You don't have to write down NYC flights and then colon, 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 and then flights and then dollar sign. You don't have to write it down like this. If you want your session to identify each column from the data set with its name directly, you need to attach that particular thing. See, what I mean to say is, now see, suppose in flights, which are the columns? In flights, there are a lot of columns which I showed you just now. In flights, there are columns like year, month, and so on. So here, what I'm doing is NYC flights data set, then I put a dollar sign, and here all the columns are there. What I want is, I do not want, see, suppose I want to access a column called as distance. Now to access a column called as distance, I need to type NYC flights, then colon, colon, then flights, then dollar sign, and then distance. I don't want to do it like this. I directly want it like this. If I type distance, my session should understand that I am talking about distance column from NYC flights. So if I want to do it like this, then I can go and I can use a command called as attach. To run this, see, I'll be able to see all the values from the distance. But I do not want to type all these things to access distance. I just want to type distance only. So for that, what one should do is, one should make use of a command called as attach. So if you attach a particular package in a session, you don't have to type all these names or all these things if you want to access a particular column. So that's why what I will do is, I will use an attach command. So that after this, if I directly make use of a distance column, it will understand. Okay, if I am talking about distance, that means that distance is about that distance is nothing but distance from this package from this data set. So NYC flights colon flights. Okay, and then control enter. Okay, it is showing me here there is no local. I might have made a spelling mistake. It is 130, and then run it. So now see, it is not showing me any error. After this, if I go and if I try to make up a distance, now see, it is understanding what you mean by distance. Why? Because I attached that package. See, you will be able to see the same data in the distance. So no need to write down the complete thing. That is the meaning of the attach command. Try to understand. Now what are we going to do is, I am going to plot a graph between arrival delay and departure delay on this particular data set, flight data set, which is available in this package. So plot arrival delay and departure delay. Again, let me tell you why am I able to do it directly, because I attached the package. So if I use the plot command, see, I am not typing completely. I am just arrival delay and maybe departure delay. That's it. So now when I will go and I will run this particular command, it will take some time to run it. It will take some time to show you the plot. Why? Because data set number of rows are a lot of number of rows. 36,000 number of rows are there. So it will take some time. See, maybe 2-3 minutes, I think. So see, it is still running. If it is running, you will be able to see this red button. It is in the process. See, this one. Now that is gone. You are on the prompt now. After some time, you will be able to see a graph here. Instead of this graph, you will be able to see a scatter plot, right, with lot of black dots, because that data set is huge. So let's wait. Let me just refresh it. Maybe you will be able to see a graph maybe within 1 or 2 minutes here. So why it is taking, see, now you are able to see the graph. Why it has taken a lot of time? Because of the number of records, number of observations in the table. So you can go here, zoom in. Now for zoom also it will take time, but definitely you will be able to see zoom also. It is just because of the number of observations, number of records in the data set. Now see, you are able to see that. So what is this? Again, this is nothing but a scatter plot. Again, it has gone, it will come. Let me close this, let me zoom it once again. So again, you will be able to see that on x-axis you will be having arrival delay and on y-axis you will be having departure delay. It is just because of the number of records. Let me show you it here. See, on the x-axis arrival delay, on the y-axis departure delay, and this is what your scatter plot is. One and the same. It is just that in earlier case I have shown you a very simple, very small example. In this case, the data set is huge. Maybe you have seen that it actually showed us, right, that particular graph when I click on zoom. Now see, this is what I was trying to talk about. You can see arrival delay on x-axis, departure delay on y-axis, and this is what is your scatter plot, right? So there is a lot of overlap here, and that's why you are able to see this black color. Again, we can go and we can even change the colors. That is also possible. Okay. So this is a simple graph scatter plot. If you want to go and if you want to change the heading of that graph, you can make use of a command called as main. Okay, main is the command. So what will happen because of this? I will directly show you output so that it will not take much of time. See, if I go and if I try to use main, we'll be able to see this kind of heading on the top side of the graph. That's it. You just need to use main command. If you want to give a correct name to x label and y label, so in the plot command itself, you can make use of main is equal to whatever the name you want. Then x label, arrival delay, y label, departure delay. Will in RStudio you will be able to see output like this. See, instead of ARR underscore delay and instead of DEP underscore delay, now you will be able to see a proper name. So it is just a fancy kind of a thing or whatever name you want to give, just to make it sense. Okay. There is something called as AB line. AB line actually what it does is it helps you to draw horizontal lines and vertical lines. So you will be able to see the output something like this. This is a horizontal line. Okay, I will show it to you. Suppose this is what my graph is. If I go here and if I try to write an AB line, and what I will do is h is equal to suppose 250. Okay, and then control enter. Now you will be able to see a horizontal line on y is equal to 250 because it's a horizontal line, right? So somewhere here you will be able to see horizontal line. It will come. Definitely it should show it to you. Okay, but it will take some time. So AB line is just going to help you to draw horizontal C. Now you are able to see. This is the horizontal line, right? And if I go here and if I try to, so you might be knowing, right? AB line is like AB line is actually, you people might be knowing the equation of straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is the y-intercept. So that actually this AB line for equation for straight line. If I want to go and let me check, AB line is equal AB line of v is equal to maybe 250. Let me write out 250, whatever you want. Control enter. So it should draw a vertical line now. At what? At x is equal to 250. So somewhere here it should cut. Somewhere here, maybe it should cut. So whenever I want to select a particular area on the plot, I can go and I can select that with the help of this particular method, AB line. Okay. Now let's remember, I have plotted this particular plot, and then on that plot we are drawing this line. Now see, this is a horizontal, this is a vertical line you are able to see. Suppose I want to concentrate only on this data, so I can make it of this. Right? Even I can go and I can plot one more line here, one more line here, and I can highlight this. So that's what visualization is actually, and that's what happens in EDA also. This is how exploratory data analysis can be done with the help of graphs. So you might be knowing that in your syllabus they have added a topic called as exploratory data analysis, right? And visualization. So visualization I am trying to talk about right now. Okay, and once we are done with this, definitely we will go with some examples. So here I will be showing you all these things with hands-ons. Right now, that's what AB line is. I hope everyone is able to understand that. If anyone any question, just let me know. H and V are constants, right? So H and V are just the arguments I can say. H for horizontal and V for vertical. That's it. Constant means what? Constant means you just need to mention the values. It can be 250, it can be 300, it can be wherever. So wherever you want to draw horizontal line and vertical line, you just need to mention that particular number. That's it. That's what H and V is. These are the arguments in AB. Okay. Now, no. Instead of H, can we take some other letter? No. It's an argument. That's why I told you. See, you instead of H and V, you cannot take any other thing, because suppose if you are not remembering what is AB line, what you can do is put a question mark here, go here. That's an argument. That's what I can say is that's how actually it identifies. Let me go see question mark AB line and then you'll be able to see a hell. Add a straight line to a plot. Okay. Now see this is H. So what is this H? The value for horizontal line. And what is this V? The X value for the vertical. So you need to use those characters. Is it clear, Sharon? I think that's what you are asking. Okay. Now, this is how you can draw horizontal and vertical line. And yes, if you do not want those circles, if you want to change the character, see, instead of these markers, whatever you are able to see circles in the scatter plot, if you want to make use of some other character, that's also possible. So what you need to do is you just need to make use of an argument called as PCH. PCH actually stands for plot character. So 3 means what? 3 means plus sign. Okay. 4 means what? 4 means cross. 5 means diamond. 1 means circle. Okay. And 6 means reverse triangle. So all these things are given here. And 7 means box and cross. Okay. So what I can do is, suppose if I go here and if I try to run this particular command, I think it will take some time. But instead of that circle now, you will be able to see PCH equal to 3. 3 means plus 7. Because plot character we are trying to mention it as 3. So let me go here, let me show you at least one example, running example here. Control V. Okay. So let me go and let me show the graph. So PCX always remember stands for plotting character. So in this case, instead of those markers on the scatter plot, you will be able to see circles. No, what is that? Plus sign. 3 is for plus sign. That's why in your graph, you will be able to see plus sign. Something like this you will be able to see plus sign. Instead of markers, it will be plus sign. That's it. And yes, even if you want, instead of that plus sign, if you want any other alphabet, that's also possible. For example, PCH equal to S character. Yes, you can use A, B, C, D, whatever you want. And then see, you will be able to see S character like this. In our case, let me check if it has shown the output or not. Yet it did not show you output. Let me check, let me zoom it. But yes, instead of those markers, you will be able to see plus sign very soon. But as number of records, number of observations are very huge, that's why it takes some time. But definitely you'll be able to see a graph with plus sign C. Okay, so I was talking about instead of that plus sign, even if you want any other custom character, that's also possible. So just need to put PCH equal to that character. Okay, I think this graph will be see, arrival delay carrier is equal to UA. Now there are 9 carriers in our data set. United Airways, and there are like this nine carriers. So instead of that, if you want to have a data set of a particular character, you can filter the data like this: arrival delay and carrier equal to UA. So as I told you, there are 9 carriers, but I want to see the information about United Emirates only. So I can make it like this: arrival delay of UA and arrival departure delay of United Airways. There are number of airlines, okay, which are, see this graph now. I hope you are able to see plus signs are there. See what I am trying to talk about is, as our data set is very huge, what we can do is we can just go and index the data set or filter the data set like this. Carrier, there are carrier is one column. There are different carriers like UAA, UA is United Emirates, United Airways, AA is American Airlines. I want to see the data of UA. So arrival delay data of UA. I can go and I can check it. This is the arrival delay of UA. So what we will do is we will try to plot a graph of arrival delay and departure delay for UA, United Airways. So by default, what is going to happen? In this case, it's going to show you markers, right? Because we did not give, see these circles are you are able to see because we did not give any PCH. Now, if you want to differentiate between UA and AA, so for AA I use plotting character as 3, right? Now, if I go here and if I try to make the plotting character as 3 and then run it, so what will happen on the top of this graph? You will be able to see plus signs. So circle is for what? Circle is for United Airways, and plus sign will be for what? Plus sign will be for American Airways. Let's see. Both of them they are able to see. Let me check whether I am able to join it. Maybe it will take some time. But see here, just check it. These circles are for UA and these plus signs are for AV, right? But there is a problem here. There is an overlap. If there is an overlap, what we can do is we can use colors. That is one option. And because of colors only, if there is overlap, there is a problem. We will not be able to identify whether there is a plus and there is a circle. So what we can do is we can go and we can separate these graphs like this. Separately we can draw it. That's also possible. Okay. So people are asking why did I write down points? So we always write down a point because see what I have done. I use a plot command for plotting the graph between arrival delay and departure delay of UA. So I got a graph, first graph with the circles, but on top of that graph only I want to plot. I wanted to plot another graph, and that's why I use points. Is it clear? People who are asking me the question why I have used points, right? Because on top of the previous graph I wanted to plot this graph so that I will be able to compare the arrival delay and departure delay relationship of United Airways and American Airways. Like this, there are 9 airways we have in our data set. Right? So let's use it as it. So yes, these are some of the things. As I told you, you will be getting this PDF files. I will try to upload all the remaining videos as soon as possible. As I told you, maybe till Monday I will try to complete everything. I think there are 11 or 12 sessions we are done with till now. Okay, so let's see how it all goes. So that's it from my side today. We will continue in the next session.